dangerous journeys from dangerous places nearly complete. No need now for the old tyres and broken life vests which might have protected them. Many have died on this journey, but even that knowledge is not enough to deter.
We are so sorry to come to your country, but we have to. There is no way else.
At 12 years old, it's little wonder Abdul Samad yawns. He is held in a Greek port, having fled his home, travelled land and sea, and become a child without state. We were on the shore as he arrived from Turkey, having fled Syria. Confused as to where he was, but all too aware of the violence he had left behind. To greet him, the kindness of strangers and the strangeness of life in a different place.
All right.
It must be very hard here
It's
now.
very hard for him. He hurts his feet. He hurts his feet.
With all the walking.
With no food, no water, no WC.
The mood is darkening outside Budapest's main station. Almost 36 hours now since the exit route north to Austria and then Germany was closed, and there is growing impatience among the thousands here stuck in a country where they don't want to be.
We were working out of the back of a big yellow taxi into which we both travelled and edited and often slept as well, with the only electricity coming from an inverter on the vehicle's engine. There were thousands of people around us at all times. Very difficult to get across borders to get to where you needed to, because once they shut it for everybody.
One of the most powerful moments I remember of our coverage was when Richard was reporting live from the train station in Budapest. Now, he was there surrounded by refugees and the detritus of their lives on blankets around him. They seemed to be going nowhere, but while he was live on air, the officials opened the doors to let these desperate people board trains to the west, and the panic, the confusion, the distress that we witnessed live on air, well, that told a story.
Martin Geisler's journey began with the refugees' first sight of Europe at the beaches of Lesbos and has snaked through 6 countries towards Germany. Tonight, his report begins on the Austrian-German border, where many cross into the country they want to call home.
It's an unremarkable bridge, but a massive milestone. For these people, it marks journey's end. The tape in the middle is the borderline. They're walking into Germany, released by the Austrian authorities, a dozen at a time.
I'm so happy. After 20 days of walking and swimming and in sea and mountain, now we arrive.
We don't know where in Syria this poor boy came from, nor can we be sure tonight of his name. But we do know that he and his family were crammed into a dinghy like this one in an attempt to reach Europe and the chance of a better life. He didn't make it.
We are letting people die and seeing dead bodies on the beaches when together Europe is such a wealthy place that we should be able to fashion a short-term response as well as long-term tackling of these really intricate problems.
The port of Calais, pathway to the UK and the focus of a dream of a better life for thousands of migrants and refugees desperate to cross the Channel. It may be calm and peaceful in the evening sun, but in a few hours as dusk falls, this place will be home to scenes like this. Hundreds will emerge from the camp, risking their lives to smuggle themselves into England.
What are we looking at here, Wazim?
So this, as you can see, all of this, this is all clothes, and in particular, if you look closely, you'll see that it's women's and children's clothes, and it's because in this camp, it's like 95 to 97%, I've been told, male population. You won't see many females or kids. So when people turn up with the wrong type of aid,
right,
this is what happens. It gets dumped, and later on in the evening, it'll get set alight.
some people, they haven't any valid reason. Just they want to leave their country without any reason.
You've already provided help and support here. Will you be withdrawing that now that you've seen things through different eyes today?
Most likely, yes.
We saw how the aid agencies themselves were grappling with the issue of giving aid to people in these camps. We're debating whether these people are economic migrants or are they refugees, and there's not a simple answer to that question.
It takes a lot for a grown man to cry in front of strangers, but Mohammed couldn't help himself. When I met him, he'd just spent his last euro. The journey from Pakistan has cost him £7,000.
Everybody wants money, money. We don't have anything. We don't have money. We not take eating food, anything.
And you've nothing left? Everything's gone?
Everything. Nothing. I have nothing. I have nothing.
Those already in the system may have made it just in time. But tonight, on the beaches of Lesbos, on the railway lines of Macedonia, in the endless queues in Serbia, and across the borders all along, there are thousands of others still moving who won't find the new life they're looking for here. Martin Geisler, News at 10, Munich.